Hi, welcome back to Another Year Bolder. My name is Jamie. I am currently on a 100+ pound weight loss journey. I want to apologize if you hear the noise. We have a fan going in the background. Um, I am on the 100+ pound weight loss journey, but I also want to say that I am into making healthier habits, eating more fruits and vegetables, moving more, getting my mobility better. So it's not just about the weight, it's about everything. It's about feeling better on the inside, feeling better on the outside, looking better on the inside. Yes, looking better on the inside, and looking better on the outside as well. So it's everything combined. And what I'm doing is I'm following the Diet Free Life method by Robert Ferguson. And I want to explain that just a little bit more. It's called Diet Free Life because you're not on a diet. You're not eating foods that you don't like. You're not swapping out the foods that you do like for something that is just all right. You're eating everyday regular foods that you love and enjoy. You're just plating them and eating them in a fat burning way versus a fat storing way. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you a fat burning plate versus a fat storing plate. I'm hoping to do this on every meal that I eat today, but I do work in a couple of hours, so I don't know that I'm going to have time for every single one, but I'm going to do my best to show you that. This is the easiest plan I have ever been on. So far, I have lost 23 pounds. I have done little to zero working out because I just haven't had time since my husband fractured his leg, and then of course I fractured my tailbone. So I'm losing the weight without any workouts. I've walked a little bit here and there, nothing consistent, nothing, too strenuous or anything like that. And I also wanted to address a few comments that I've been getting. I do appreciate everyone's feedback, and I support everyone's journey, even if your journey is completely different from my journey. And I hope that you will support my journey, even if maybe you don't agree with it, or if you don't have enough knowledge on it, or even if you do have enough knowledge on it and you don't like it, that's fine. I just hope that you support me personally and understand and appreciate what I'm doing. So for breakfast and lunch, I'm going to have a protein, a slow carb, and either a half a fast carb or a fast carb. And then for dinner, I'm going to have a protein and 2 slow carbs. And then for my snack, I can have anything I want as long as it's 100 to 200 calories. And that needs to include the drink. Now, I do drink water with True Lemon or water all by itself, but I also still drink regular sodas because that's just something that I've always liked. However, I do try to drink mini sodas or caffeine-free sodas, but I don't drink diet. I don't drink calorie or 0 calorie sodas. I don't do anything like that. So I limit my soda intake because I know it's really not good for you, but I'm not going to give that up. So I'm going to do that in moderation. And moderation here is the key. So when I plate all of my foods, including my snack, everything is in a portion controlled size, and it's easy swaps. And I'm going to show you that today, and I'm going to show you why it's easy for me. Another comment I've been receiving is people saying, oh, you should do intermittent fasting. I will not ever do intermittent fasting, and I'll post a link to a video in the description below. If you'd like to watch it, you're more than welcome to. It's going to explain a lot of details about intermittent fasting that's out there, but not a lot of people talk about. Intermittent fasting is not for me. If you do that, that's great for you, but it is not great for me. So it's not something that I'm going to do. It's not something I'm interested in doing. And it's not something that, I plan to take on ever. But if you do that, that's great. I just want to make sure that I make that clear. I'm not interested in that, but I do appreciate the feedback on it. And I do appreciate the information you provided. And it goes a long way. I want to be your cheerleader and support you just as much as I want you to be my cheerleader and support me. All right, let's get to breakfast. It's almost 9 o'clock because I got a late start this morning. I had to walk and feed the dogs and then walk the dogs again. Yesterday was Thanksgiving, so my husband and I, it's just us here in Florida. So we didn't really do anything particular. All our families are in different states. However, this morning it is extremely cold. It's in the 40s, and I know for people up north, you're like, that's not cold. But for Floridians who are used to 100+ degree heat index and 90+ degree weather, in the 40s is very cold for us. So that was a little bit of a shock when I walked outside. Anyway, let's get started with the food, and I'm going to show you the fat burning versus the fat storing meals.
This is what my husband and I had for breakfast. First, I want to go over what's on the plate, and then I'll tell you what makes one a fat burning plate versus a fat storing plate. So you can see that we have eggs. The eggs have bacon crumbles, cheese, butter, parsley, salt, pepper, and Tony Chachere's. And then the toast is butter, garlic salt, and parsley. So my husband's plate is on the left hand side. His is going to be the fat storing plate. And what makes his plate fat storing is because the peaches and the toast are both fast carbs. Mine is going to be the fat burning plate because I have the strawberries and blueberries, which is a slow carb, along with the toast, which is a fast carb. Now you can see that there are just two simple swaps that I made, and that is it. That's why this is so easy. My husband had the peaches, I had the strawberries and blueberries. My husband has a bigger portion of eggs, I have a smaller portion of eggs. That is it. That is the only difference on our plate, and that is why this is so easy. It's the exact same meal. It's just portion controlled for me, and he doesn't need it because he's in great shape. And then I had the slow carb along with the toast. Now you do see strawberries and blueberries on mine, which is two slow carbs, but because I portioned them out in a one portion serving size, it still counts just as one. So there you have it. His is fat storing, mine is fat burning. Very simple swaps to make them different, and we love them both.
Now that I've shown you what the difference is between a fat burning plate versus a fat storing plate, I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy my breakfast while it's still hot. See you for lunch. I'm gonna try to be really quiet. My husband is sleeping in the chair in the living room, and our kitchen is right by the living room, and there's no wall or anything like that. So I don't want to wake him up. He's had kind of a rough day. I filmed my snack earlier today when I was on break at work. I had like a 15-minute break. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, the video went into slow motion and it didn't properly record. Sorry, he's moving around. I'm afraid I'm waking him up. So my snacks have to be between 100 and 200 calories when I eat them. I was pressed for time, so I just quickly grabbed a Chobani yogurt. It's the strawberry blueberry one. And then my snacks do have to be between 100 and 200 calories, and you can see it's 130 calories. So I just scarfed that down really quick and went right on back to work.
Sorry if you hear any noises. Both of my dogs are in the room with me. Okay, so just like for breakfast, I'm going to show what my husband and I are having for lunch. His plate again is on the left side and it's the fat storing meal. My plate is on the right side and it's the fat burning meal. The reason why we eat like this is my husband is very physically fit, minus his fractured knee, obviously. So he doesn't need to lose weight. He's just trying to eat healthier. So he generally eats the exact same way I am. Only plated these meals like this today because I wanted to show you the difference. So for his plate, the fat storing meal on the left, the bread and the munions, it's like, what is it called? Funyuns, but they are munions. Those are going to be the fast carbs. And then he has his protein is going to be the bacon, and then the mayonnaise is going to be actually the mayonnaise is the fat. I just recently learned mayonnaise is fat, not condiment. So that's what his is going to be. Again, I'll go over it. The munions and the bread are the fast carb. The protein is the bacon, and then the um, fat is the mayonnaise, and that's his plate. So that's fat storing because he has two fast carbs. My plate on the other side is bread, which is the fast carb, apricots, which is the slow carb, bacon, which is the protein, and then of course I have mayonnaise as well, which is going to be the fat. Normally I would add tomato to our sandwiches as well, but we are out of tomatoes and the grocery pickup isn't until tomorrow. So again, this is fat storing versus fat burning. Left is fat storing, right is fat burning. It's one simple swap that I made. He had munions, which is a fast carb. I had apricots, which is a slow carb. He's eating two fast carbs. I'm eating a fast carb and a slow carb. And this is just portioned out. That's all.
Okay, so I really hope that me showing you the fat burning meals versus the fat storing meals is really kind of helping you if you're not familiar with the diet free methodology, I hope that this is kind of helping you understand it a little bit more. The fat burning meals always keep you in fat burning mode. The fat storing meals keep you in fat storing mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this since you just saw that this is what I'm having for a very late lunch because it's a little after 4:35, I think. I got off work, walked the dogs. I made the bacon earlier, and now I just made this for my husband and I. I will see you for dinner. This last meal.
We have finally made it to dinner. This is going to be the last meal of the day, the last thing I'm going to eat. As all the other meals, my husband's fat storing plate is going to be on the left hand side, and my fat burning plate is going to be on the right hand side. These are going to look quite a bit different because for my dinner, I cannot have any fast carbs. We tested my threshold for losing weight, and if I have a fast carb for every single meal, I do not lose weight. I tend to gain. So that is why I have two slow carbs and he's going to have two fast carbs. So this plating is going to look a little bit different than the ones in the earlier video. You're going to see that my plate has changed more than what it has all day long. So for his plate, he's got the macaroni and cheese and the English toasted English muffins. Both of those are going to be fast carbs. Then he has the pork chop, which is the protein. The ketchup is the condiment, and then the butter and the cheese for the toasted English muffin and macaroni and cheese are fats. So fat storing is his. Then you move over to mine. I have green beans. They've got butter, Tony Chachere's salt and pepper and parsley on them. The butter is going to be the fat. And then I have a small little salad with just lettuce and cucumbers. And both of those are all of those low carbs. The cucumbers, the lettuce, and the green beans are considered endless slow carbs. So I can have larger portions of those because you don't get as many calories with them. And then I also have the cheese, which is a fat. I have the condiment, which is ketchup, and ranch is also a condiment as well. And then I have the pork chop. So you can see that we're still pretty much eating the same, sort of, but not really. We're having the same protein. The only thing that's different is our sides. Normally, he would have had the green beans too, but there wasn't very many green beans left. And because I needed to make his fat storing, I needed to take the green beans out. I really hope that this helps. I hope that this makes a little bit more sense um, to show you how I'm in fat burning mode. And again, if I ever plateau, the plateau is on me. I think I talk about that in just a few minutes. Um, I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'm happy to answer any. I have linked a couple of extra videos in the description. If you want to check those out, you're more than welcome to. By any means, you don't have to. This is just optional if you want. I do have those there for you.
Well, there you have it. That is everything I ate today. I hope that me showing you a fat storing meal versus a fat burning meal kind of made a little bit more sense about what I'm doing and why the fat burning meals keep me in fat burning mode. This is my dinner. I just showed you and went over it all with you. I did also want to say that those weeks that I have a weight loss plateau are 99.99 to 100% my fault. And the reason why I say that is because there were times where I was having fast carbs for every meal and I'm not supposed to have it for my dinner. And I know that. I was not getting enough 0 calorie drinks in or technically drinking enough water. I was drinking too many sugary sodas, which is definitely what I was having. So anytime you see me having a plateau, you can go back and look at what I ate and you can pretty much see what I ate. Or maybe I had too many sweets, I had too many sodas, not enough water, too many fast carbs. But I can guarantee you my weight loss plateaus are on me. I have nothing else or no one else to blame. Anyway, I hope you like this video and I'll see you next time.
If you want to follow along on my weight loss journey, please go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can be notified when I post new content. And I will see you next video. Thank you.